Welcome back to Pro Shop. This week, finally get the motor and box back into the RBEH. Hopefully for the last time in the fabrication stage. Also pulled the column and the dash out of the F-truck and sent that off to paint. I finally finished the intake on the Chevy C1500. So stick around, there's a lot to cover. Let's get to it. All right, so first thing I did was repair all of the rusty sections, these wings, the lower joints, everything where it bolts onto the body. Boxed and plated these in, also put a crush tube in, because what happens is that when you over tighten these, they will crush. Water up all the holes. Almost all the holes, not the big ones I didn't do. Got it all smooth. I finished the top of the firewall because in the last video this wasn't done because I hadn't repaired the cowl. I have repaired the cowl now. This was a big job. It's all nice and in, all sealed up, so no water and air can go into the car anymore. There are drains in there, so I still did make drains which will go into that hole, out the original hole. Then, with all of that done, I could fit the K-frame. I strengthened it. So, by the time, there is a company out there which I won't mention the name, but everything I seem to get off them I've needed to modify or in some way or another. So I won't badmouth them much. I did email them because they do a chassis strengthening kit, which is these bottom plates and then the chassis connectors back to the leaf springs. I emailed them asking if I could just buy this chassis kit and never heard anything back. So in the meantime, I just made some templates, cut them out, welded them on, and literally took me a couple of hours, which probably saved me a lot more time in shipping and the cost of it all. So had that done, did them in the last video, got all that back together, put the motor in, it fits, it clears. We're still waiting on the rocker covers to turn up, or cam covers. Then I moved to the back, and I haven't shown anyone this yet. Look at this, beaver's done. Or roll pan is done. This is a lot of work gone in here because the first one was just rusted away. They do have that door here for the spare wheel. Shaved all that. Actually everything, there is nothing original left on the back of this car except for this section here with the taillights and the side bits here. It's all been replaced. This is where the bumper bar mounts to, the bottom of the chassis, to here. It is also where I bolt the rotisserie on, so I can slide the rotisserie through here, bolt it on. I've gusseted the corners and that holds it really nice. It's going to be great for paint and body work. Then schedule this in, and if you've noticed, these are a little bit different. I made this little recess for these hinges. So I didn't want the hinges exposed on the outside here anymore. We actually didn't have the hinges for this for the tailgate, so we looked around, and by the time I found some and got them shipped and all that stuff, it was just going to be a little bit too expensive. I would have to clean them, probably put new pins in them and bushes, and by the end of it I thought, stuff it, let's just buy some new hinges and custom make them, so that way they're concealed, they're tucked in there. They hinge off this pivot point. I had to make that too because the one that they sent was wrong. Who knows? So anyway, I'll show you the tailgate working in a later video, but for now the back's done. I can go onto the bumper bar. For now it's just tacked together nice and square and straight. I've made these 3mm bar brackets, which I will step up to probably 6 mil. I just made them just to get it all lined up while I tack it together. Yeah, all ground back, standard smooth till about this stage, and then I've still got to do that bit forward. So it's all welded. I've just got to grind that back and finish up there, and then I'm going to make the bottom floor bed. All underneath is done. These two panels here are just screwed in here for now, because I'm gonna leave that out because I've got to make the petrol tank and the exhaust, the muffler and all that stuff come through here. The filler neck has got to come through this panel, so I'll leave that for last. All the tubs are all welded in. These lower panels I put in because this is where I'm going to put the battery and the aircon. I'll see what else needs to go on that side. Underneath, I've still got to do the gearbox cross member, but I'll do that when I do the exhaust to shape it around the exhaust. Everything's welded, nice. Motoring boxes in, cross members in. Yeah, it's been a big week. I quickly pulled the dash, all the pieces. This whole car was assembled, driving, and then I just had to do a quick pull apart, pull the column, the lower dash panel that I made for the aircon vents, sent that out to get painted. That should come back next week. Then I can finish assembling it, and then this thing can go. So, yep. Hey Barney, you good? Oh, it's your day off too, isn't it? And we're in at work. Good boy. Okay, and last, we finished the Chev C1500, the Chevy, the intake. So all of this is now welded up, these boxes for the air filter. So these go in there. All this has been welded up, smoothed off, and then finished the intake. So this was a bit of a job, a bit of a mammoth job actually. Next week I will fit this back up, then we can go onto the fuel lines, brake lines, all those cool things, but not just next week. Next week we're just going to fit it back up and get back into the RBEH. All right, one thing before I go. We had another delivery from Jegs. Everyone remembers the 14-inch filter in the 16-inch box. I ordered the 16-inch and that happened twice. They sent out the wrong one, or it was packaged wrong. So on the phone to Jegs. Jegs have been great. They told me that they will personally go down to the warehouse, get the box and unpack it just to check if it's a 16-inch filter. And it is. We finally got a 16-inch filter. However, this one came with a big dent. So yeah, the box isn't dented. This box isn't dented. Even the plastic isn't torn anywhere. So either they were pissed off and they dented it on me, but I'm not going to ring them up because it's going to take too long and they might not do it for a fourth time. So we'll repair this and get this to the Camaro as soon as possible, because next week the Camaro is going to be firing up and we need this. So yeah, what do? Let's get back to it. It's Sunday afternoon, we're going home and put this video together. So thanks for watching, I'll see you later. Alright, with that, got some bull horns for the front of my car. That's what we need to put them on. This American truck needs bull horns.
Saxophone.
See, people who watch The Simpsons will get that. Everyone loves a good unveiling. Okay.